welcome to the garden. I went and visited my friend Rebecca. She has a little nursery set up and we got some new plants. So I'm going to show you guys the new plants and kind of explain what we're going to be doing with them coming up real soon. Right here in the front of the garden, I just put these two here. This is some climbing roses. They're supposed to be red, and we're going to be putting those on a trellis that we're going to be putting in the main entry of the garden. Over here we have some more canna lilies. We got those also. We're going to be putting those out in that main flower garden that I'm putting by the driveway. It is going to be about 14 feet long in total length and 3 feet wide. It's going to have lots of canna lilies and tall, fast-growing, multiplying plants in that bed. This is going to be part of that. I believe these are going to be orange and yellow. Over here we have a jasmine. We're going to be putting that on the entry to the garden as well. I'm going to be getting the new trellis in the mail in a few days, and we're going to be putting that together. That's going to be a fun project to do on the channel, so that'll be coming up real soon. Over here is an aloe plant that we got. We're going to be putting that in a big pot and leaving that close to the house. It's good for burns, good for skin conditions, good for medicinal purposes, a lot of different ways you can use that. So we're going to be keeping that nearby. Over here we have some, I believe they're called snake plants. They get pretty tall, she said. We're going to be putting these out in the main garden area by the driveway. That's going to be coming up real soon. I'll show you down the way here some. We got one of the beds already out there, and I have the other one built. We just have to get it put in. This is where those big garden beds are going to go in. They're 7 feet long and 3 feet wide. So we're going to have two of them right here in the driveway. We got to take down all that brush right there and get them all set up. So a lot of the plants that you see that I got from Miss Rebecca this week will be going right here. Here are a few of the other plants that we got. Some of the elephant ears I got from her a month or two ago, and I'm just now being able to put them in the ground. So that's these right here. And then this one over here with the pink on it, we recently got them from her. And it's supposed to be 4 feet tall and get pretty wide. So we're excited to see what that one does. You remember our banana tree? This is where all of the little tropical plants is going. We kind of did a thing where it goes from the rose bushes up by the front of the fence, and then gradually it turns to the Rose of Sharon, and then we got hibiscus, and then we go into the elephant ears and the banana tree, and then we got something here that's called a broomstick. I have another pot of those that I got from her, and it has a lot of plants inside of that one pot. So I'm going to be having to separate that out. We're going to put those, I believe, in the main garden area. And here's some more elephant ears that we got. I'm just going to walk down through the garden real quick and show y'all kind of how it transitions. So just to recap, we have the elephant ears down there. We got our banana tree that we planted. And then here is the broomstick, another elephant ear. We got a little bit of space right here to do something else if we want to. Then we got our Rose of Sharon right here, our hibiscus, and then we got space here in the garden to add more roses as we get them. And then at the end of the garden, we have our rose bushes. And as you can see, we're going to be putting these blocks here around all of them. I have more to move in. They're in another area of the yard, so we're going to be putting them all the way around each of these and doing some mulch and some fertilizer, things like that on our roses, and it's going to protect them from lawnmower and all the things that's coming through. So just a little overview of what we're working with here on the outside of the fence and how that transitions from a rose garden in the front to our tropical garden in the back. I just wanted to update you guys on this garden bed here in the back. We had these pepper plants in here. They seemed like they would never grow, and all of a sudden they had taken off. And we have some babies on here, as you can see. I'm not sure what kind of pepper it is. It's some of the plants that we got over from Jen's Suburban Homestead here on YouTube. And they are great plants. They all got really big. We got these as well as our tomato plants that we have over here from her, and they did an amazing job in the garden. I'm just not sure what they are. So if you guys have any suggestions, please leave those in the comments. This is our basil. It's really, really getting big. This is one of the things that I've learned this year that I want to grow a lot of next year. I'm interested in learning how to make pesto, and according to everything I've researched, you need a lot of basil. So I am looking forward to doing a whole bed of basil in the next garden season. I do have to get out here and trim up some of these yellow leaves off of here. I am brand new to gardening, as I've said a ton on my channel. I don't really know what specifically I'm doing or what'll work best or what won't. This is my very first time trying to grow anything in the garden, and we've got a lot of trial and error this year. Next year I'll try again and see what we can do. We've learned a lot this season, but I know you guys will probably see a lot of things that aren't exactly right or that I could have done differently. I welcome any kind of information that I can get on this gardening journey that we're on. So if you want to leave it in the comments or send me a message, I greatly appreciate that. Any feedback is welcome. But here's what we're looking like in the back of the garden. Our tomatoes and our very back garden bed with our peppers and that in there. Everything's growing pretty good. You guys, here is my sunflowers. I had started them from seed. If you can remember, I said in a previous video that I started a lot of them from seed, and only a few have been able to come up and actually get big. So I'm hoping that we are going to be seeing some sunflowers out of these next year. I'm going to plant a ton of them and put them everywhere to see what I can get, because I'm learning that you have to plant a lot if you want a little. Sometimes you'll get a lot, but most of the time you won't get everything that you put in the ground. So here is our sunflowers. I'm going to step back a little bit. There you go. They're pretty tall. They're probably about 4 feet tall now. So we're looking forward to seeing what they do. In one of our recent garden cleanup videos, these plants right here had a ton of weeds in them, and I went through and cleaned all of them out. And now you guys can see they are blooming. Beautiful red color. And we have our little Texas petunias that are finally blooming. They're getting pretty tall. We love that. Probably see our garden security right there. This is Theodore. He is a Borky. And I got him, we moved to the property because there was all kinds of critters out here. And within a couple of weeks, he was 8 weeks old and still managed to clean up. We wanted us a miniature hunter, something that would keep the small critters away, such as mice. And he's done a really, really good job for us. He has a lot to say about what goes around in the garden. And you guys are probably wondering about those bunny rabbits and Theodore. He does not want them in the yard. He does not want them around the house. So anytime I see one that is inside the fence, I have to keep him in the house because he will go after it. He is part miniature beagle and part Yorkie. So if you guys know anything about those dog breeds, they are born and bred to hunt and they stay small. So Theodore is about 17 pounds and he makes sure that the house stays free of pests and also that the yard stays clear of pests. The only thing that we've seen since we've gotten him even close to the house is those little wild rabbits. And like I said, when he comes out and barks at them, they go away. And when I see them in the fence, I have to put him in the house so that I can get them out safely. Having Theodore was one of the things that I was looking forward to coming out to the property. Not only adding another furry friend to our household, but also to detour any rodents from coming into the house or